In Tekken, like most fighting games, there are some generic rules you can follow. You should assume that if your move gets blocked, you're at some disadvantage. Also, if you whiff, you're in big trouble. If you land a hit, particularly with a high or a mid, you will have plus frames allowing you to set up frame traps or counter hits. But rules are made to be broken, so let's look at 5 moves that are actually punishable on hit. Brian's back 1+4 is totally standard when it comes to unblockables in Tekken. It's slow, it's linear, it's really not a problem at all. However, his forward 1+4 is much faster and does a good chunk of damage at 21. Even high level Brian players can try to catch you off guard at the wall and kill you with this, as if we didn't have enough to worry about versus Brian at the wall. It even has some mild backswing properties. Even though it's fast, at 28 frames it's definitely still seeable, but it's not exactly like a snake edge where you can just duck in 1 frame at the last second. So not only are you going to have to react to the animation of the unblockable faster, you're going to have to do things you're not as prepared for, like sidestepping, or something really cool like a parry. I'm sure you're thinking that this is going to be pretty tough to do, and I agree, but if the unblockable doesn't kill you, it's -12 on hit, so you can punish it. Some characters more so than others. Jack's forward 3+4 is the only move in Tekken that I know of that changes its properties between mid and low depending on range. It's almost always a mid, but at nearly full screen it turns it into a kind of full screen low projectile. This is actually more relevant than you'd think, as both his rage art and his rage drive leave you in this position, and we've seen at the absolute highest levels of Tekken play people get caught by the low after this. On block, the mid part of the move ranges between -73 and -82, and even on hit you can wake up and delayed hopkick it. The low is even worse on block, it's -over 100, and once again on hit you can still get up and launch it. The reason why this move is so punishable is because Jack is locked into this weird stand-up animation once he starts it. You actually have to be careful not to punish it too early. Just wait for him to stand up into his doom. Noctis's wall combos aren't very good. His version of Demo Man does the most damage, but it's weirdly inconsistent, especially on a high wall hit or a wall carry. You could go for back 1+2, but you kind of knock them to the side and lose some positioning, and all the other options are just as inconsistent or they just don't do very much damage. For most people, when they're not confident in Demo Man hitting, they'll go for 1, down forward 1, into either down back 1+2 or forward 1+2, with the latter doing better damage and the former giving better open. And a lot of people still choose to go for the spear ender, even though as a wall combo, and this is pretty unique, it's actually punishable on hit with a toe kick. A lot of the time, as Noctis in this situation, you don't mind them going for the punish here. It does pathetic damage, and they actually stay at the wall because of the rollback animation. But it's still there, and in some situations it could kill. If they don't know about it, it can be good to use. Paul's 1-2-3 is completely natural and does 26 damage. Sounds like a pretty good 10 frame punisher, right? And looking at its pretty subtle animation, it looks like it's probably safe, right? Wrong. Bizarrely, the string is actually -25 on block, making it delayed hopkick punishable. And even on hit, it's minus 14, meaning some characters can actually launch it. As it's the start of his 10 string, Paul can attempt to dissuade you from doing this. But on block, this can be interrupted. If you have fast counter hit tools, these are a really solid option. The one tangible weak part of Kazumi's toolkit is her launchers. Her hop kick has poor range and a terrible hitbox, and Tiger Uppercut is really slow and extremely punishable. It's just not good. Because of this, Kazumi's 15 frame Punisher in most situations is going to be free too, a knockdown with guaranteed follow-ups. Your two main choices are down 2, which does less damage but gives really good dash up Oki, or 1+4 for max damage. 1+4 takes a long time to recover, meaning it gives no Okizeme. It can even be launch punishable on hit at the wall. In fact, it takes so long to recover you can find some pretty hilarious situations. So for quite a while the advice was, use down 2 at the wall, use 1+4 in the open if you want the damage. But as it turns out, for a lot of characters, 1+4 as part of this combo is still absolutely punishable, even in the open. The easiest example of this is Noctis's forward 2, but any move that's really fast with a lot of range can work. And there you have it guys, my list of 5 totally legitimate tools that are completely punishable on hit. A strong opponent is only going to want to use these tools on you when they're going to kill or if they think you don't know. Make sure that that second one isn't true for you. And if your opponent is trying to troll you, make them hurt. I hope you all enjoyed and learnt something from this video. If you did, hit the like, comment and subscribe. You put a big smile on my face. Thanks everyone. I'll see you soon.